Hi everyone, my name is Ed DeCosta and I am an executive coach with the Catalyst Associates. And this is my video blog entry for Wednesday, December the 14th, 2011. My goodness, Christmas is almost here. So the subject of the video blog entry this week is making omelets. You've heard the saying, in order to make an omelet, you've got to break some eggs. Now what the heck does that mean? I love that. It's really about success. Everyone loves success, but the truth is, in order to get to success, you've got to fail. You've got to fail. Ask anyone who's quote-unquote been successful, and they'll tell you they have failed over and over and over again in your life. You don't believe me? Just Google Abraham Lincoln's failures. Arguably the best president, at least one of the best presidents in the history of the United States. I mean, he lost election after election. He went out of business, lost his sweetheart, passed away. He had a nervous breakdown. He lost nominations. He lost and lost and lost. The last thing he lost, I believe, he lost the nomination to be the vice president of the United States. And then what was next? He was elected president of the United States. And again, he achieved great things. But imagine if he had given up after his many failures. He would have never achieved the successes that he had. And the same is true for many of us. Now, I'm surrounded by very positive thinking people very regularly. And I actually lose sight sometimes that people don't realize this. And it was suggested to me recently that I do a blog and a video blog on this subject. That really, you shouldn't just tolerate failure and view it as something negative. You should really embrace failure, even go for failure. Imagine that, going for failure. I'll never forget, I was a sales and marketing professional for years and years before I became a coach and had a very successful trip to Japan. One got an order from a particular customer in cooperation with several other people. But in giving the report of the meeting, I was asked a question by the number 2 man in the company, and he said, "What did they say no to?" What did they say no to? Not realizing the significance of the question, I somewhat proudly said nothing. They said yes to everything, thinking that I had done a good job. And the team had done a good job. I'm not saying that we didn't. But he said, "No, you left opportunity on the table. You left opportunity on the table." The only way you know that you haven't left opportunity on the table is that they said no to something. And that really stayed with me. And in fact, it's with me today. How do you really know your potential? How do you truly know what you're capable of? Well, the only way to truly know is to go beyond what you're capable of, go beyond what your limits are, and fail. And then you say, well, at least right now, that's my limit. So that's what we're talking about. We're not saying that we love failure for failure's sake. We love failure because it is along the path. It is a milestone along the journey to success. And that's why we viewed failure as the eggs that have to be broken in order to get the success, which is represented by the omelet. The famous author and motivational speaker, Zig Ziglar, says, remember, failure is an event. It's not a person. So a person is not a failure. You can't say he or she is a failure. The failure is something that happened. It's a moment in time where you got some negative feedback. Well, what are you going to do with that? Well, now you've got data. You're armed with more information than you had before. So it's actually a victory. Talk about positive thinking. My goodness. Now I'm trying to tell you that failing is actually succeeding. And believe it or not, I do see it that way. So that's it. Go out there and fail in order to succeed. And wherever you are, make it a great day.
Life is good today.